So once again, very good morning to everyone. Today we'll discuss about multi-level queue CPU scheduling. So till now we already discussed about some CPU scheduling algorithm and until that means multi-level queue scheduling and next another scheduling is, so these are the theoretical portion. So no need to solve any numerical problem. Okay, just theoretical part. So I have a one question from you. Why we need scheduling? सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग का जरूरत क्यों है? अभी तक हम लोग we already solved some numerical problem. So very basic question. If anyone can give the answer.
To remove the disadvantage of other scheduling, such as starvation.
No. General question I'm asking. My question is, ये पूरा शेड्यूलिंग का जरूरत क्यों है? सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग.
So that turnaround time and the waiting time can be reduced.
Okay. Or any other? Because now we are calculate the that means numerical problem. That's why you are giving the answer. Okay, fine. But any other, suppose you don't know some algorithms, general मतलब आप न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम नहीं सॉल्व किए हो, ठीक है ना? तो जनरल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जस्ट एक क्वेश्चन मेरा इसलिए अराइज हो रहा है कि क्योंकि हम लोग द एंड ऑफ द इस मॉड्यूल का एंड में है ना, तो पहले ये हम लोग को फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये क्लियर होना चाहिए कि हम लोग क्यों ये चीज पढ़ाई की टिल नाउ, है ना? तो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग, और कोई रीजन नहीं है. और एनी अदर स्टूडेंट, प्लीज शेयर योर व्यूज. Why do we need scheduling? Why do we need scheduling?
Sir,
Huh.
with an example, like whenever we go to any shop or like in bank, then at the same time a number of person comes. So it is not possible for the service provider to deal with all the people at the same time. So what happens, they give us even the token number, so that with time with as our turn comes, we go and they give us service. For this purpose, scheduling is required.
Okay.
Several processes are running in the memory at a one time.
Yes. Yes, very good answer. Any other? Okay, very good answer. Just any other student? Any other student want to say something?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, without operating system, manage करना है को ये फाइल हैंडलिंग, फिर फाइल या फिर या फिर प्रोसेस मैनेजर, तो सर हम लोग कर सकते हैं वो सबको मैनेज, लेकिन सर प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है डेटा हैंडलिंग में। और जैसे इन केस जब भी सीपीयू को इन केस इम्पोर्टेंट फंक्शनलिटीज, जैसे कि जब सीपीयू कूल होता है, फैन चलता है और वेरियस अदर थिंग, जैसे सीपीयू को कूल रखना है, फिर चेक करना है कि कोई वायरस या फिर ऐसा ऐसा आई मीन कोई प्रॉब्लम है या नहीं, तो सर वो सब भी मैनेज हो सकता है विद द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, लेकिन सर वो प्रोसेस लेंदी हो जाता है और से मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाता है। तो सर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो प्रॉपर शेड्यूलिंग, क्योंकि ये सब का शेड्यूलिंग प्रायोरिटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि डैमेज हो सकता है, फिर कोई प्रायोरिटी वाला प्रोसेस, जैसे कि सर फैनिंग वाला भी बोले, तो वो सब रिलीज देना होगा, थोड़ा प्रायोरिटी देना होगा, तो इसके लिए सर सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग थोड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है।
ओके, और ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ प्रोसेस शेड्यूलिंग, objectives of process scheduling algorithm.
So to get the CPU, sir, I mean to provide equal time to all the process, to provide equal time on the CPU to all the process. Objective is.
Or any other?
So to provide a convenient environment so that the process can occur efficiently.
Okay, or any other? बिकॉज हम लोग अभी सीपी शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम पढ़ लिए हैं, ठीक है ना, एकदम लास्ट में है, तो ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ प्रोसेस शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम का अल्टीमेट कंक्लूजन में है, इसलिए और भी कुछ पॉइंट बता सकते हैं एनीवन? सपोज एग्जाम में आया ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ प्रोसेस शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम,
So memory management.
वो तो बाहर में हो रहा है अभी, अभी का, क्योंकि हम लोग सीपीयू से अभी बात कर रहे हैं ना एक्चुअली प्रोसेस शेड्यूलिंग, तो प्रोसेस शेड्यूलिंग कहाँ पे होता है ना, सीपीयू के अंदर, ठीक है
सर सर सीपीयू का आइडल टाइम भी घटाने के लिए प्रोसेस शेड्यूलिंग का एक
एग्जैक्ट मेन जो अगर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट होगा, मैक्सिमम सीपीयू यूटिलाइजेशन, दैट मीन्स कीप सीपीयू बिजी एज पॉसिबल, ठीक, ये सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि मैक्सिमम सीपीयू यूटिलाइजेशन, दैट मीन्स कीप सीपीयू एज बिजी एज पॉसिबल। क्यों, जितना सारा आप एल्गोरिथम पढ़ाई किए सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम, मेन पर्पस क्या लगा, ऑब्जेक्टिव अल्टीमेटली क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग, जितने सारा एल्गोरिथम पढ़ाई किए, आप जो सॉल्व किए प्रॉब्लम, तो उसमें हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, स्टार्टिंग से अगर देखा जाए, फास्ट कम फास्ट सर्व, शॉर्टेस्ट जॉब फर्स्ट, शॉर्टेस्ट रिमेनिंग टाइम फर्स्ट, यस, a round robin scheduling algorithm and priority scheduling algorithm. So ultimately our main objective is to maximum CPU utilization, that means keep CPU as busy as possible. Another thing is जो fair allocation of CPU, that means जो round robin algorithm we already discussed, maximum throughput, maximum throughput, maximum throughput, That means maximum in that case, what is the meaning of throughput? Maximum throughput. Here, anyone can give the definition. Maximum throughput. That means here actually we are dealing with process. So n number of processes are there. Yes. So number of processes that complete their execution per time unit. Yes, जितना number of process execute होगा, execute per time unit. So ये हो गया आपका. This is also the objective of process scheduling algorithm. Another thing we already that means each and every problem finally we solve minimum turnaround time, that means time taken by a process to finish the execution. Minimum waiting time, that means time a process wait in ready queue. And another one is minimum response time, that means time when process produces fast response. So these are the, that means objectives of process scheduling algorithm. Yes. So now I think clear to everyone. Yes, I'm audible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So main important point is maximum CPU utilization. That means keep CPU as busy as possible. ठीक है ये पॉइंट. ये एग्जाम में क्योंकि जो होता है कुछ हम लोग लिखते हैं एग्जाम मतलब इन एग्जामिनेशन में ठीक है योर कंसेप्ट इज एकदम फाइन क्लियर, बट कुछ कुछ जगह पे हम लोग को कुछ टेक्निकल टर्म यूज करना पड़ता है ना. तो उस टाइम में जैसे आप ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ सपोज समवन इज आस्किंग ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ प्रोसेस शेड्यूलिंग, सिंपली विल गिव वन एक रिप्लाई देंगे मैक्सिमम सीपीयू यूटिलाइजेशन. वो जैसे पॉइंट देखेंगे समझ जाएंगे कि ये एग्जैक्टली फाइन मतलब वो सही लिखे हैं. ठीक है, तो कुछ कुछ पॉइंट होता है इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट जिसको हम लोग को रखना चाहिए दिमाग में, दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. बाकी वी नो कैलकुलेशन जो आप लोग इनिशियली यू ऑलरेडी गिव द आंसर कि मिनिमम दैट मीन्स एवरेज वेटिंग टाइम को कैसे कम किए, मिनिमम दैट मीन्स टर्न अराउंड टाइम, रेस्पॉन्स टाइम. यस, एंड another one is the maximum throughput. Okay. ओके. तो ये जस्ट मैंने पूछा इसलिए कि डेली डेली हम लोग न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहे हैं तो अल्टीमेटली ये चीज क्लियर है ये नहीं. ठीक है. ओके. सो नेक्स्ट, अच्छा अनदर थिंग और एक चीज दिमाग में आया कि लास्ट क्लास इवन क्वेश्चन भी अराइज हुआ था. यस, डिफरेंट जो है आपका अगर कंपैरिजन करेंगे जो सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम है, सो विच वन इज द बेस्ट, इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन भी अराइज हुआ था. यस.
Yes, sir.
सो यू गो थ्रू, आप लोग पढ़े थे इसके बारे में कुछ? एनीवन कैन गिव द आंसर. दैट मींस कंपैरिजन ऑफ सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम. अगर हम बोलते हैं कंपैरिजन ऑफ सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम, एनीवन कैन गिव फॉर योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जो अभी तक हम लोग वी ऑलरेडी सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. सो नाउ
सर
यस
सर
प्लीज.
शायद कम होना चाहिए सर, मतलब जितना कम होगा उतना अच्छा होगा, क्योंकि सर जब कंप्लीट हुआ और जब अराइव हुआ उसके बीच में टाइम कम रहा तो
हाँ नहीं,
मतलब
माय
उसको जल्दी
माय
सीपीयू मिल गया.
yes, no, my question is comparison of CPU scheduling algorithm, because last class you asked me one question, which CPU scheduling algorithm best. Yes, so we need to compare, that means comparison of all the CPU scheduling algorithm. Yes. तभी हम बोल पाएंगे. So I already explained each and every CPU scheduling algorithm advantages and disadvantages. Yes, I already explained each and
Yes,
every
sir.
CPU scheduling algorithm. So now you tell me, that means if you compare all the CPU scheduling algorithms, so according to you, you will give the answer today. Just
Primitive priority scheduling.
that means my question is, okay, you first of all you tell me. Tell, after that we'll discuss. Yes, please. जो भी आ रहा है दिमाग में, you can share your
Uh,
view. Yes.
Priority scheduling, primitive one,
Hmm.
because in this we consider the priority of all the process. Along with that, each process get an equal amount of time to be executed. Means it is not such that the one process is occurring and the other is waiting. Means everyone gets the chance.
Okay. So that means when we use this algorithm, actually some conditions are there. Sometimes some algorithm is good. Okay. That means it is not necessary every time we'll get the better result. So some criteria is there, or some you can say some parameters is there. If you go through the advantage and disadvantage, so in some cases first come first come is also good. So just you remember the in which case, or which that means, yes, in which time, or in which case first come first come is good. When we, that means when we apply this one, and when we apply shortest job first, when we apply priority scheduling, and when we apply राउंड रॉबिन शेड्यूलिंग, ये अगर आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा, देन आप उसका कंपेरिजन इजीली यू कैन राइट द कंपेरिजन. तो इसके लिए क्या करना है ना, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू गो थ्रू द एडवांटेजेस एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस. इफ यू गो थ्रू द एडवांटेजेस एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस, then easily you can give the answer. Your answer is okay, but you can give the, that means when we apply this one. In general, your answer is okay, but when exactly when we apply this algorithm.
In real-time operating system,
Yes, real-time operating system we use this one, very good. Or any other criteria? आप अपना अकॉर्डिंग दे सकते हैं, नो इश्यूज. यू कैन गिव द आंसर. सही है आंसर. So when we use first come first serve, when we apply this algorithm, anyone can give? Okay. So I think network issues. So okay, so better you first of all you go through the advantages and disadvantages, and where exactly will apply. That means when we apply this algorithm, so that concept you should clear. Okay. So from this or from Okay, so first of all, you go through the advantages and disadvantages. After that, you can, that means after that, your concept will clear when we apply this algorithm and when this algorithm is good. So, okay, so I'm not discuss about all of it. Now, today's topic is just I, that means try to revision or just try to interactive the class. Otherwise, some students are they are not giving the response. So I think now clear. Actually, why we'll go through this last I think 6 to 7 class. So our objective, main objective is क्या objective था वो clear हुआ अभी. और अब जो individually you just go through once what are the advantages and disadvantages and when we apply this algorithm, that is most important. ये नहीं कि हम बस न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व किए बट वी डोंट नो एक्चुअली वेयर वी अप्लाई दिस algorithm. Yes, because some you know get exam, some theoretical question, not theoretical, some true false or some this type of question will also ask. Not true false, that means this type of, suppose for A B C D, for that means one question is given and A, B, C option is given. Okay, just you tell me which option is there, A, B, C, D, or A or B. This type of question will come. So if you know the what are the, that means what are the advantages, disadvantages, what are applications, okay, then you will give the answer. That is theoretical concept you clear, तब आप वो आंसर दे सकते हैं. And numerical question will also ask from this question. Okay, so another topic today, just theoretical portion I will explain. That means known, that means from this portion numerical question will not come. Now visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Multi-level queue, CPU scheduling. So just theoretically I will explain. It may happen that process in the ready queue can be divided into different process, different classes. Till now, till now, we only one ready queue is there, and just one process is come, then another process will execute in this way. That means n number of processes are there in the ready queue. So now in that case, multi-level queue. Multi-level queue means now multi-level queue. That means there are different classes where each class has its own scheduling need. For example, let's see, I will show the block diagram also. So common division is a foreground, that is interactive process, background process. So these two classes have different scheduling needs. So first of all, we divide the that is multi-level queue. Then for individual queue, we perform different CPU scheduling algorithm. We can perform. So ready queue is divided into separate queue for each class. So for each class, for example, let us take three different types of process: system processes, interactive process, and batch processes. So all three processes have their own queue. Now look the below figure. So these are the three processes and on queue. And here we apply individual CPU scheduling algorithm. And that is all three type of process have three own queue, and each queue have its own scheduling algorithm. For example, Q1, Q2 uses round robin scheduling, while FCFS to schedule their processes. So now all three different type of process have their own queue. Own queue. So now here, if you see system process. So that means here highest priority process will execute first, then low priority. And here we can apply individual scheduling algorithm. So suppose system process, that means we can say some some what is that is within the system, uh, which term I'm not remember this one, system process, that is within the process some, yes, interrupt. Suppose when interruption is there, so that process, that means CPU, that means there, that process priority is more, is interruption is there, so that process will execute first. After that interactive process, you can say, suppose when you are play the game within the CPU, that means in our system or any other, that means we perform any other task. So these are the interactive process. And batch process, simply we perform within the background. That means if you suppose if you are using what, in case of suppose interactive process, VLC media player or video or all the things. So in this way, that means main objective is highest priority process will execute first and lower priority. And here, that means another thing is individual process will apply different scheduling algorithm. So that's why it is called multi-level CPU scheduling algorithm. So multi-level queue CPU scheduling algorithm. Just one or the theoretical portion will ask, so I'm no need to discuss very details. Okay. And another is, so main point is here, first of all, ready queue is divided into separate queues for each class of process. For example, let us take different type of process, and each process, that means all other three processes own queue. And another thing is, that means all different type of process have their own queue, and each queue have its own scheduling algorithm. So 3 point is there. First of all, we divide that queue. After that, here, that means different queue is their own queue, and each queue have its own scheduling algorithm. So that is sufficient for. So now next point is multi-level feedback queue scheduling. Multi-level feedback queue scheduling. So here that means individual queue is there. Now here, why multi-level feedback queue scheduling is that means will use. So in that case, multi-level scheduling, but in this process can move between the queue. That means multi-level feedback queue keep analyzing the behavior, that means time of execution of process, and according to which it changes its priority. Now look at the diagram and explanation. Queue till now in multi-level queue scheduling, इसके लिए fixed है, this, that means this process, but here we can move from this process to this process. So for example, so now one example I will explain directly. Suppose consider one example is given. You check this one, multi-level queue, feedback queue. So consider a system which has CPU bound process which requires the burst time 40 seconds. The multi-level feedback queue scheduling algorithm is used and the queue time quantum 2 seconds. So in each level, it is incremented by 5 seconds. Then how many times the process will interrupted and on which queue the process will terminated in the execution. This is the question. So this type of question may ask. That's why I'll explain, and your concept will also clear. Suppose P need 40 seconds for total execution. Now at Q1 it executed for 2 seconds, then interrupted and shifted to Q2. Is already given here. After that Q2 it is executed for 7 seconds. It is executed for 7 seconds, then interrupted and shifted to Q3, because already given each level it is incremented by 5. Yes. That's why 7 seconds and then interrupted and shifted to the next queue. At Q3, it is executed for 12 seconds. Why? Because again add 5 and then interrupted and shifted to Q4. At Q4, it is executed for 17 seconds and they are interrupted, shifted to Q5. And at Q5, it executes for 2 seconds, then it completes. Hence, the process is interrupted 4 times and completes on Q5. So यहाँ पे just simply यही बता रहे हैं in that case कि यहाँ पे movement that means one queue to another queue में जा सकते in that case that is this is the multi-level feedback queue scheduling because so इसका क्या क्या advantages है just theoretically it is more flexible and it allow different process to move different queues different queues. It prevents starvation by moving a process. Agar if simple multi-level queue if you use, so it occurs starvation problem may occur. But in that case, starvation by moving process that wait too long for lower priority queue, so to higher priority queue. So ये जो है इसका this is the advantages है. But in case of multi-level queue, because fast priority process will execute then lower, but here we can move. Another one disadvantages. So for the selection of the best scheduler, it requires some other means to select the values, so it produces more CPU overheads and it